Hello. To what extent does the loss of personal privacy via digital technology influence people's safety, relational communication, and individual freedom? Well, I think safety-wise, your location can be given out at any point with a smartphone unless you go to extreme measures to make sure that you aren't opting into those features. And one of these features exists on Snapchat in the form of Snap Maps. Snap Map. This allows you to see other people's Bitmojis basically at the point of a building or like an intersection. It pinpoints people's locations and where they are if they choose to opt into that feature, which most people do. This allows for, so you can see where people are, you can see their Bitmojis. It's taken off as like this cute feature, but it's kind of creepy when you think about it. I personally do use this feature, but I find that it's hard to not use the feature as well. Sometimes I like being able to see where my friends are, seeing if they're home, so that way I can maybe choose to hit them up and go catch lunch together or something. The next thing is Facebook. This thing, in terms of like relational communication, I feel like it adds a certain level of intimacy issues if you have, if you have someone close to you die and you post about it on social media, this can be taken as like a thing that you are supposed to share with someone else, an intimate situation, but when you post about it on social media, it kind of takes that intimacy out of that sharing with that person, whoever you choose to share that with. So, life moments. We'll call it life moments. Like when you graduate or whatever, parents die, breakups, you name it, things happen. When you post about it on social media, it becomes like, it takes it out of this context that you can't just put back into relational communication with intimate relationships or intimate friendships, whatever. And then last, individual freedom. This is a tricky one because so I feel like technology helps our individual freedom in a way that we get suggestions to go places like restaurants or venues, you name it. But this is where things like Google comes in. When I get in my car, Google knows exactly when, and it tells me how long it will take to get home from where I'm at that time. But at the moment that I get in my car, I feel like on a level of individual freedom, just like I was saying with Snapchat earlier, if I was seeing a friend that was home on their Snap Maps, I could hit them up and see if they wanted to go do something. This is where an infraction happens on Snap Map. I think Google has a thing called latitude as well. Same, but different. So, yeah. Social media, digital technology in general, influences people's lives by giving away locations. It tells your friends where you are, tells you tells them what you're doing, basically giving up your schedule as well as your life.